in various quarters after the Japanese study that showed that
we need an urgent reversal from the majority of vaccines going to high-income countries to the majority going to low-income countries. Accordingly, WHO is calling for a moratorium on boosters until at least the end of September to enable at least 10% of the population of every country to be vaccinated.
Simao, Assistant Director General, Access to Medicines and Health Products. Dr.
I understand the concern of all governments to protect their people from the Delta variant. But we cannot and we should not accept countries that have already used most of the global supply of vaccines, using even more of it, while the world's most vulnerable people remain unprotected.
Christian, please go ahead.
Thank you very much for taking my...
It's no understatement to say that the course of the pandemic depends on the leadership of the G20 countries. 1 month from now, the G20 health ministers will meet ahead of the G20 summit in October. I call on them to make concrete commitments to support WHO's global vaccination targets. We call on vaccine producers to prioritize COVAX.
Chinese translation into 6 UN languages, Portuguese and Hindi, and journalists may use those languages.
The evidence is evolving, it's moving. We don't have a full set of evidence around whether this is needed or not. And the most important thing at this point is that for countries that are contemplating this strong message from the Director General that we need instead to focus on those people who are most vulnerable, most at risk of severe disease and death, to get their first and second doses, and that we can move on to how to advance programs as the evidence gets stronger and as supply is assured.
Concern, and should this not be listed as a variant of...
Even while hundreds of millions of people are still waiting for their first dose, some rich countries are moving towards booster doses. So far, more than 4 billion vaccine doses have been administered globally. More than 80% have gone to high and upper middle income countries, even though they account for less than half of the world's population.
In Geneva. With us is Dr. Tedros, WHO Director General.